Sideline reporter. For the Portland Trail Blazers, they come in off a loss to the Celtics. And Portland starts out with the ball. Now Henderson. And you think about the future of this great league, certainly, Greg, some terrific young talent on display here tonight.
Yeah, and Kevin, who's got next? Players here answering in the affirmative.
If Ayton can get in that kind of position, he could be a bully on the inside.
And we got a timeout here called by Jordi Fernandez. He's ready to talk things through with the team. And here's Irving. There's the pick. And he banks in the layup.
He's such a gifted finisher. Once Kyrie gets inside, he knows he's got you where he wants you.
It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Well, I was able to talk with the head coach of the Blazers for a minute. Now, when it came to Kyrie Irving, coach said trying to contain him tonight won't be easy. He told me Kyrie is a fantastic player, but I feel confident that our guys will be all over him tonight. Pretty strong words, guys.
Thank you, David. And that one's good, Ayton.
DeAndre Ayton happy to shoot at that range. Nice stroke.
And the NBA is truly an international league. I mean, look no further than DeAndre Ayton, hailing from the Bahamas.
Well, you love that him and Buddy Hield carrying the torch for their home country. Ayton is actually the second first overall pick from the Bahamas, the first one being the great Michael Thompson.
Ayton a screen. Claxton with the steal. And Mitchell with a clear path to the hoop. Finish off the break.
Traditionally, that's how you want to finish the break, right at the rim.
Yeah, anything other than a layup in that situation, probably disappointing. Had numbers, took advantage.
Now here's Henderson, and the shot goes in.
Shooting 4 of 5 to start the game. That's got to be a feel good.
And here's George for 3. Good, and the assist goes to Mitchell.
And George, a volume three-point shooter, he possesses outstanding confidence and leans into that perimeter game.
And Portland with another turnover here.
Next ball.
On the wing, Irving. He's a solid producer, averaging nearly 22 points a game.
For 3.
First quarter of ball, almost 2.5 minutes in. Grant outside. Fires the 3. They get it back.
You could see he wanted to get him back. Sadly, he couldn't capitalize from outside the arc.
Pass to Claxton. And stolen by Ayton. Back to Sharp. Screened by Grant. And here's Avdia. Covered by Mitchell. Just 5 on the clock. It's Henderson on the wing. Hits the three-point bomb. Henderson's got 7 points in the game.
Such a confident young man. Scoot just goes for it.
1:49 left here in the first quarter. Irving can't hit.
The defense better tighten up on the mid-range. They're much tighter. You expect him to make every single one of those.
Yep, that one goes in there.
Like to see Justice Winslow doing great work on the interior like that.
Portland trailing here. Portland had, Greg, one of the great guard combinations in Clyde Drexler and Terry Porter.
Man, that was one heck of a backcourt. And they really complemented each other so well. Drexler with his explosive scoring ability and Porter who could just do a little bit of everything.
In the corner, George with it. And that's out of bounds. It was last touched by Avdia.
Brooklyn ball.
Portland on defense. Here's Irving. Reed with the block. Out of bounds. Next ball as Brooklyn keeps possession.
Next ball.
.56 seconds left in the first. 4 on the shot clock. George. And George with the stuff.
Love when PG is just aggressive in close, just punishing the rim that time.
Pass to Reed. Latrey. The Trailblazers rebound. Puts up a 3. And Winslow pulls it down. Got a piece of it. And stolen by Murray. Now here's Reed. And it's out of bounds. The Nets will take it the other way.
Next ball.
Nets leading by 4. Irving with it. He's got 7. Outside, George. Beyond the arc. He can't get that one. They're scoring fast and furious as we end the first quarter. It's the Nets up by 4.
12. The Nets. 16.
And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for Brooklyn?
So far in this one, guys, it's been the shooting. In particular, from mid-range. That has been huge for them.
Well, I want to add also the damage that has been done on the inside. It's a lot of rubble in there, but they're continuing to go right at the defense.
Total letdown by the D. Can't leave the bucket unprotected.
Absolutely. And it takes an easy 2 points onto the lead.
Will not find a higher percentage opportunity than that.
Oh, you got to feel for a guy getting dunked on like that. I mean, he's got no shot to stop that unless maybe he can pick up another foot somewhere.
Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, the Brooklyn Nets wasted no time hiring their next coach, Jordi Fernandez, shortly after the conclusion of last season. Despite his youth, Fernandez has been on the rise after stops as an assistant with the Kings, Nuggets, and Cavs, as well as coaching the Canadian national team. Kevin?
No, DA, we've been talking about Jordi Fernandez for a long time. Now his big break, and I'm very happy. I know we all are for Coach Fernandez. Hey, David, thank you.
This can make it so much easier for your teammate when you throw that lead pass that gets to him right on the money, whether that's on the run or in the shooting pocket.
Grant, that's good. Grant's got his first bucket of the night.
Now, Grant is a confident scorer, especially from the interior.
Here's Schroeder. Terrific assist, a nice finish. Solid play all around. Analytics or the eye test? The optics or the numbers in front, Greg? When you're judging the performance of a player, what kind of criteria do you use?
Well, an MVP candidate recently said, my eye test tells me this guy's a terrible defender, but the analytics tell me he's a great defender. I'm confused, and I often feel the same way.
And the shot is good.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
And here in the second quarter of action with a hair under 2.5 minutes played so far. With some arc. And Henderson lays it in. Henderson's got 11.
A little like Donovan Mitchell there. Henderson makes some really tough shots in traffic.
Both teams deciding to change it up. Nets leading by 4. The drive by Mitchell. The 3 from George. Traps in the tray. George has got his 3rd basket of the night.
Man, he's been doing that for a long time. You just can't give George that kind of look.
Reed gets the bucket.
And I like the back and forth here, showing confidence from Rain.
It seems like they're going to find out who can make the deepest threes. Right now, it's a shootout.
Now here's Jones. Hasn't made one yet. Back to Reed. 5 on the clock. Driving to the basket. And Reed throws it down.
Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam, using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there. Sure. Count that as his 4th basket of the night. Just 7 shots to get there.
Such a critical part of how their offense is going to flow. Things are only working when he seems to be on the floor.
Here's Reed. He has 5. Murray outside. Over Claxton. Murray, no good.
He lacks defense there. He's going to see fewer and fewer chances if he can't bury those kind of jumpers.
Took him no time at all on that one. Now it's a 6-point Nets lead.
And there's not a spot on the floor where Kyrie cannot damage you.
Up top, Reed. The scoring numbers have been solid for him. He's averaging just under 14 points a game. Here's Jones. Second chance effort. Here's Murray. Pass to Reed. And here's Melton. Now Reed. And that's a foul called on Naz Reed. That's his first foul.
Yeah, way to get there first and be willing to absorb the contact.
19 seconds left in the first half of basketball. Irving looking over the floor. Misses the 3. And here's Henderson. With 1 on the clock. And the layup is up and in. Henderson's got 13.
And giving up some inches inside, but makes up for it with an aggressive stop.
Yeah, the big man not going to slow him down from getting that deuce.
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game that's been so far. Nets leading by 4. High arcing shot. And Mitchell with a nice bucket inside.
Always fun to look at. Not tremendously efficient, but the floater, boy, those sure are pretty.
Henderson outside. And then Henderson with the dunk.
And showing the kind of dominant potential that Scoot has. Great to see him continue the attack while hot from outside.
Outside Irving. Avdia with the rebound.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
Brent with Avdia. There's a versatility to his game that not many players can claim.
Yeah, Kevin, it's a great point. He does things on both ends. Sometimes defensively it goes unnoticed, but this guy can play a lot of different positions and is very skilled. He contributes in a lot of ways to his team.
Tries again. A nice shot by George. He's got 12.
Sometimes guys forget how long Paul George is. That makes him a threat on the offensive glass.
And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Kevin, thanks. At this point in his career, Paul George says he's in bully mode. He said, every night I'm on the floor, I'm there to dominate. Whether it's being more physical or going right at whoever I got to go at, you're going to feel me. I'm having that approach every time. I'm there to destroy you. Kevin?
Wow. I love it, though, D.A. Got to admit it. Awful powerful. Thank you. Henderson, no good.
And even without that three-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
And George gets it to go.
And when they've gone to him, he has come through big time. You got to keep getting him touches.
Pass to Sharp. And he's on the money with his first shot today. Sharp's got his first points of the game.
Great at creating shots. Sharp did it there with that catch and shoot.
And here we go. Fast break. Henderson's got it. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
First personal foul.
It's on Nick Claxton.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
That free throw, no good.
Well, Scoot's got great upside, but the next step for him, the evident one here, is just shooting higher percentages and scoring with more consistency. That's a strange trip because typically, yes, sir. So pretty when Larry Nance Jr., even at his size, gets a chance to glide.
Henderson looking it over. Buries it from three-point range. Henderson's got 18 points in the game.
And I don't care how far from the bucket he is. You've got to have a man on him. He's just too good from deep.
And it's in there.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
Trailblazers trailed by 7.
2 minutes.
Pass to Grant. .152 left in the third quarter of the game. 5 to shoot. Going inside. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. We know, Brett, there are many roads that lead to the modern NBA. And Shaedon Sharpe took his own unique path.
Yeah, Kevin, you could say that again. I mean, he was on the Kentucky campus as a player, but never participated in a collegiate game. And then all of a sudden finding himself at the top end of the NBA draft without ever playing a college game.
Out to Nance. Looking for Milton. He gets it there. Rebounded by DeAndre Ayton.
D giving him that shot, and that's probably not a good idea, but I guess they knew what they were doing that time. We'll have a hard time shaking that one off. Perfect position, plenty of space, just clanked it.
A shot by Milton, no good.
The D doesn't seem to be too worried about him from three-point range, and he shows us why still. I expect him to make one of those.
Nets leading by 5. Knocked loose. Pass to Moody. Here he goes. And the slam by Moody.
A heady play there from Schroeder, zipping the pass to the teammate who had the cleanest look on the possession.
There's 48 seconds left in the third. Outside, Avdia. Back to Henderson. 6 to shoot. Portland, no good that time either.
Ooh, he missed an easy chance to put some points on the board. He won't get a much better look at that kind of shot again here probably tonight.
Here's Moody. He clangs that one off the back iron, and down it falls. Moody's got 8.
And it's coming easy for them right now. 5 baskets in a row in the paint.
Back to Henderson. Banked in off the glass. Henderson's got 7 points here in this quarter.
Playing from behind right here. Not easy, but he is answering the bell.
Yeah, doing anything he can right now to get his team to cut into this lead and give them a chance.
And so it's the
Nets, 45.
fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. And so Henderson will bring it up for Portland. Pass to Sharp. A three. Rebound, Brooklyn. Claxton with it. Now Henderson defending. George with the ball. And George with the stuff.
And George has been assertive in this one, shouldering the load offensively.
Trailblazers trailed by 9. Here's the screen. Outside, Avdia. And Winslow pulls it down. And so it's Brooklyn with it. They lead by their biggest margin of the game. Following this game, they hit the road to challenge the Nuggets at Ball Arena in Denver. And that will conclude a 4-game road trip. Pass to Reed. Three-pointer. And again, it's the Trailblazers missing. Nets leading by 11. Nobody near George. Drains it from beyond the arc. George has got 19 points.
We've seen George hit some threes from way downtown before, and he's at it again.
Reed with it to end the run. And it's Irving with the rebound. And there's the whistle. That goes on Denny Avdia. That is his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
We're just over a minute and a half now into the fourth. Here's Irving. And it's denied.
And Sharp reportedly a 7-foot wingspan. You saw it in full effect on that block.
Irving for three. And again, Brooklyn with the triple.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Henderson with it. Just 5 to shoot. And Henderson throws it down hard.
And dropping the sledgehammer there, he curbs a 10-0 run by Brooklyn.
Pass to Irving. Fires the three. Again, Irving missing.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
And it's out of bounds. The Nets will take it the other way. Just over 2.5 minutes played now here in the final quarter of regulation. In the corner, George with it. Good, and it's Mitchell picking up the assist.
3 points.
George has got a couple of three-pointers now in the fourth for the Nets. Henderson outside. Pass to Sharp. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own.
Well, that last three went in, and Sharp just had to go and get one of his own in response.
Outside Irving. Shoots the three. The rebound by Grant. Trailblazers trailed by 15. Henderson outside. Pass to Sharp. And Davion Mitchell gets the whistle that time.
Mitchell.
That's his first foul.
Personal foul. First team foul.
Now here's Reed. From the arc.
And this is what they wanted. I mean, to announce their presence in this matchup with authority. Very decisive. It can definitely be considered a statement win for the Nets.
What an effort in the transition game we've seen tonight from these guys. Really pushed the ball, and I think in doing so created a lot of pressure on the defense.
Definitely had a huge edge, and this is their DNA. When they run the ball and dictate the flow of the offense like we've seen here, these are the kinds of games they can have.
And every win important, and this one will go down as win number 3.
And so they win their first game against this squad. It's a 2-game season series, and they'll be going for the sweep the next time they face off.
And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for George.
Yeah, it felt like there was more than one of him out there tonight. He was involved on every possession, and he made his presence felt in so many ways.
Now it appears an injury out on the floor, and that does not look like any fun.
And this would be a terrible blow. Hopefully it's less serious than it looks.
Well, looking at his face right there, you can tell he's in a lot of pain, and there's a lot of trepidation right now on that team's sideline.
And both free throws good for Paul George.
You know, Paul George, really a true two-way player in the NBA. He gives you so much on both ends, so you get all-star value offensively and defensively.
The shot by Sharp. Nobody around. Off target from outside. Pass to George. For the 3. Second chance shot. Here's Claxton. And that one falls for Claxton. And Claxton drops them both. And Portland with the ball. Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. And Scoot Henderson picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
And really just a great play to sacrifice his body and take the charge.
In the corner, George with it. George missing again. And turnovers have been the issue for him.
You can see the coaches have gotten into him a little bit about this. They've got to do a better job of taking care of the ball.
Launches it from deep. Sinks it. What range from outside. Wow.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flames.
He's the guy that you want to go to right now, trying to put this one away.
And so it's Brooklyn easily grabbing this one. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says, I think, Greg, an awful lot about this team.
I guess they don't need home cooking to feel at home. I mean, Kevin, just a masterful performance all the way around.
And that about wraps it up.